friend. Welcome back to the Mental Bloom podcast. I'm your host, Brittany Clarkson. It is so good to be back here with you regularly on a weekly basis. I hope you're really enjoying that, and I hope you're just feeling some continued slow growth during this winter season of New Year and all of the things that go on with winter and the New Year. Anyways, today I want to talk about 5 simple habits that are going to unlock the calm, empowered mother that you really are. Now, these 5 simple habits are all based on your meeting your basic needs. Okay? I think that we really level up when our needs are met. And I think that meeting our basic needs is the most purest form of self-care. And it's really a baseline to any kind of personal growth or development. If you're trying to become the best version of you, if you're trying to lower stress in your life, if you're trying to just be a better mom, a better wife, a better person, anything you're striving for and trying for, if you're meeting your basic needs, that is like the prerequisite. Like that is the number one ground level thing that you need to be doing is meeting those basic needs. And today I want to share with you 5 simple habits that I have been implementing in my life for like 60 days now, I think. Very consistently aiming to meet these 5 things every morning. Like specifically tiny micro habits for my morning that are going to make the rest of my day better. And I have seen a difference, honestly. I'll be totally honest, like I was going through some stuff, like started in September when my dog died, and I just mentally went downhill really, really bad. Like it hit hard, and I just found all these like other traumas behind me, and it all started showing up differently. Like I was used to depression, I was used to anxiety and how those things affected my life. And then I was starting to have symptoms of like depersonalization disorder, feeling really disconnected from my body itself. And that caused a new kind of anxiety because I didn't know what that was. But clinging to these like 5 things has really helped me to recenter and to be able to stay grounded through learning these new things that my body was trying to communicate to me. The things that my mind was trying to communicate to me through my body. Anyways, these 5 simple habits without further I think we're ready. Okay. So number 1, like basic human need is sleep. And I know we cannot always guarantee a great night of sleep. We can't always go to bed early. We can't always sleep in the right amount of hours. We're moms. If someone else in the house is awake, we are awake. But there is one simple hack that I have found that I've actually been doing for years. Okay. I trick myself into having a good night's sleep, and you can do this too. It's very simple. Okay, when you wake up in the morning, you make your bed. Number 1, make your bed and affirm to yourself, tell yourself, wow, I slept great. Okay, that's all you have to do. Don't wake up and think about all the things that went wrong about that night of sleep. Like, oh gosh, I wish I'd gone to bed earlier. Oh gosh, I wish I hadn't stayed up thinking about that. Oh gosh, my neck really hurts because I slept weird. Don't. Just wake up and tell yourself, make the bed so it looks like you had a good night's sleep. Psychologically, there's so much that like reinforces having a good night's sleep just by making the bed in the morning. Look into that because I don't want this episode to be a million years long. Or just trust me on it, trust me. Make your bed and then tell yourself that you slept great. Don't think about what went wrong. Just think about, I slept great. That was enough sleep for me. And then continue on with your day. Okay, and then we move into number 2. Number 2 thing, basic human need, food, nutrition. I find that if I start my day with a good, healthy, like well-balanced breakfast, I'm more likely to continue eating better throughout the day, or to feel less bad about the other sort of snacks and things I have that aren't the best choice in the moment, if I start the day with a good breakfast. So have that breakfast, take those vitamins, try to eat something even very small before you before you have your coffee. That is so good for balancing the hormones too, which is a next level thing because nutrition is base level. Eat something. All right. If your goal is to like eat a healthy breakfast, that goal is much harder to hit if you're not already eating breakfast. So just wake up and eat something. Don't wait until 2 o'clock in the afternoon to finally eat, especially if you're struggling with food habits. So there's that one. Simple, easy. Add some protein powder to your coffee even. Get something in ya. Meet some of those basic food needs so that you're not actually starving yourself, because what's that do to your stress? It hikes up those stress hormones like crazy. It throws your hormones all out of whack, and we don't need that. All right. Number 3, go along with that food, drink a glass of water. I like to try to start my day with a glass of water before I dive into the coffee pot. It just feels like more of a cleansed palate. I put a couple drops of like lemon juice in it. Sometimes a little bit of lemon and a little bit of lime just to make things a little bit more interesting, because sometimes drinking water is not always the most fun thing. I'm a big water drinker. Like I have drank water for a long time. I gave up like soda and stuff a long time ago, and just drinking water wasn't that hard for me. But like I have good water to drink where I am. I don't have to buy expensive bottled water. So that might have something to do with it. Like I've just always lived in a house that had good tap water. Just a simple filter from the fridge was all it needed. But there's so many ways to make water taste better if that's what you need and that's where you're at. Go ahead and do that. But start the day with a glass of water to give you that head start in actually meeting your hydration needs. Because if you don't know how much water you need to be drinking, the general rule of thumb in most like wellness and doctor visits and sort of things that you'll visit, it's half your body weight in ounces. So like, for example, just to make the math easy, if you were 100 pounds, you would need to drink 50 ounces of water, right? So whatever your body weight is in pounds, half that's how many ounces you should be drinking. But you will never go wrong starting your day with a glass of water. Get that habit rolling first thing, okay? And then number 4, this is kind of where it's easy to forget what you're doing, and it's easy to skip this one. Your other basic human need is breathing. And so I really tie that into regulating our nervous system. Practicing breathing intentionally. All right, like obviously you're not holding your breath all day, but are you really getting enough air? Are you really getting enough fresh air? Do you need to step outside and just breathe for 5 minutes? That can do so many wonders for your nervous system, for your stress levels, for your heart and your lung health. Just breathe on purpose for a little bit. Okay. Now, I count my 5-minute of morning meditation as a breathing practice because it is me slowing down, being mindful of where I'm at. It does involve focusing on breath. So absolutely a 5-minute guided meditation. There's so many on YouTube. Find somebody you like and just sit down for 5 minutes, or even find like a 5-minute, like very calm song that you can just sit and breathe to. So good for you. Very, very underrated thing this breathing is. Number 5, the next easiest thing you can do is just get dressed with intention in the morning. Getting dressed every day is so good for your mental health. Okay, but yes, having clothing is a basic human need. But just having clothing isn't always enough. Like just having clothes on. Let's take that one more step farther and say, when you get dressed in the morning, I like to put on Meghan Trainor when I'm getting dressed in the morning. She has so many like positive songs. Like I even made like just a little playlist that's just her, like just her songs about loving herself the way she is and being enough on her own. So many songs like that. So I listen to that for that positivity while I'm getting dressed. And I just get dressed for the day I want to have. And that doesn't always mean dressing up at all. Like I'm definitely a comfy clothing kind of girly. Like it's leggings and a sweater most days. But if I have the music on and I'm getting dressed on purpose and I'm thinking, okay, maybe I don't want to wear really gross clothes that are going to make me feel really gross. Maybe I want to wear the cuter leggings even though I'm just at home today. Maybe I want to wear a clean sweater even though I'm not going like on video today. I get dressed for the day I want to have. And I think that just having that moment of taking some time for yourself and just getting dressed on purpose. Don't just wear what you've got. Mental health wise, also, like, don't wear the clothes you slept in all day, every day. Because that, if you struggle with depression, that is something that you find out in practicing good hygiene is good to avoid depression. Trying to live like an antidepressant lifestyle, I guess, is what I was trying to think of the terminology for. If you're trying to live an antidepressant kind of lifestyle, that involves like eating salmon and avocados, just making all those choices of the things that are good for mental health, and then avoiding the habits that are symptoms of bad mental health. Like personal hygiene is a major struggle for people struggling with actual like depression, and I know that for real, which is why I made a commitment to myself years ago that I was going to shower every day and I was going to brush my teeth every day. Bare minimum, I was going to get in that shower. I'm not always going to wash my hair, not always going to wash my face, not always going to shave. I'm not always going to even use bar soap. Like sometimes I just take a nothing shower, but I hit that base, that basic. I got in the shower today. I wet my body down. I sat in there for 5 minutes. You can do a meditation in the shower. But just getting that basic personal hygiene. All right. And then always brushing my teeth before bed, no matter what. Even if I didn't brush my teeth after breakfast, I brush my teeth before bed. That is a non-negotiable, right? And for people who've never struggled with depression, you might be wondering, what the heck? Like, of course you brush your teeth before bed. Who doesn't? It's super gross. But, oh, for those of you that have struggled with the poor personal hygiene from major mental health crises, I get it. I've been there. But yes, making these kinds of commitments to yourself, that changing your clothes, even if you're going to wear pajamas all day, change out of the pajamas you wore to bed, have daytime pajamas and nighttime pajamas, and you will see the differences in your mental health and in how you show up in your life and how you show up in your day. These are 5 simple habits, meeting 5 basic needs. Even if you can't fully meet the need, there's this placebo effect. There's this sort of optimism of starting that ball rolling and, meeting part of the need in the morning, checking off just a little bit of like, I did drink water today. I did make the bed this morning. I did eat something today. I did shower. I did get dressed. That's 5 easy things that are all meeting your 5 basic human needs, which you've got to meet all those needs before you can start raising up and bettering your life in other ways. So I challenge you to 30 days of meeting 5 basic needs, 30 days of doing these 5 practices. Yes, I challenge you to that. Okay. I guess I'll leave you with that. And, oh, is this so awkward? I have a hair in my mouth now. Okay, cool. This is me being me, not reading off notes. Yeah. Okay, before we go, I do want to invite you to join me in the Bloom Room, which is being rebranded as the Blossom Academy Connection. I'll announce that right now because I'm loving the new name and I can't wait to share it. But I'm in the middle of trying to get you all to sign into the Bloom Room before I raise prices, because on January 13th, at the end of the day, January 13th, I will be raising the prices for good. And so I really want to invite everybody in now before that happens. And after the price change is when I'm going to officially change the name. So it's Bloom Room. Will be Blossom Academy. You don't need to know all that right now. I'm just excited. But for right now, for $29, you can get into the all access membership, which is like the full experience of everything Bloom Room has to offer. And this is going to be like right now you have a community, which is free to join the community, get in the chat, get a hold of all the free resource library. That's free for everybody. If you're not in that, get in that. BrittanyClarkson.com. You can find me over there. BrittanyClarkson.com/community would be all about the Bloom Room community. Get into the details and everything over there. But I'll put a link in the descriptions anyways. Okay, so the community part, free, absolutely. Membership, you can get in and join my monthly masterclasses. Sometimes I do more than one. And then you have like access to the full archive. So we've already gone through an entire 6-piece Happy Mom Brain sessions. We've gone through a 4-piece New Year Starts Now program, which is where we really did the 30 days of consistency in there together of building those basic habits. And then we went through the levels, adding new skills and habits to that too. And I would love for you to get in there and give that a try. You can DM me in there anytime and comments, tag me. I'm in there every day, as well as so many other women are in there every day, and we'd all love to have you. All right. And then if you get into the all access, so you get the community, which is free. You get the master classes. You get invitations to the new master classes. You get the entire digital vault, which is every workbook I've ever sold. It's all in there. So that's like the Happy Mom Brain ebook. That's a lot of journaling and coloring pages and all kinds of cool things I made for you. It's the gratitude guide. It's the unstressed holiday planner. The self-love starter kit. Everything's in there. The quick declutter guide. That's all in there, included in your membership. And then the all access also gets you into the courses. And these courses are being recorded right now. Lesson 1's already in there for the brand new Unblocked Joy, which is a new Brittany's version of Unblock Your Joy, which is a program that I had out a couple years ago. But in having to leave that platform and move into a new platform, and now I'm in a membership platform, and I just figured let's re-record it, let's redo it. I'm, 2 to 3 years smarter now than I was back then. And I just knew a lot more that I wanted to put in it. So I'm just re-recording them completely into a new course that's based on the same heart and soul of the original. And I would love to have you guys in there building this with me. And the reason the price is lower right now is because there's not everything in there that I dream of yet. Because I will be adding 3 courses this year. Unblock Joy, Haven Maker, the name is in editing process. I think Haven Maker is what the second one's going to be called. It was originally Love Your Home. And then Becoming Unbothered is the 3rd course that I have created in my head but never actually recorded before. So I'm excited to finally get that done and out there and shared with you guys. So if you get in at $29 a month, you're going to lock in that price and it's never going to go up for you. And you will get every course that I ever add to it. So yeah. Very excited for this. I would love to have you in there. And if $29 is a little much and you don't want to commit all the way and you would just like to kind of see what's going on, you want to get the digital vault and the master classes, that's fine. That's only $11 a month. Get in at $11. Get those things. You can buy the courses later on separately. You can always upgrade later on. But seriously, $11, get in there and give it a try. That's less than taking your kids to Starbucks for a coffee and a couple cake pops, right? You can do $11. We all could. You don't even have to explain that to anybody. I would love to see you in there. That's that. BrittanyClarkson.com/community is where you can find the info on that.